Hey, what's up, and welcome to Hack My Growth. In this episode, we're going to be talking about what pillar pages are and why they're important to not just your content strategy, but your SEO strategy as well. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. If this is your first time watching, I want to say welcome. And if you've been watching a while, hey, welcome back. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the button to subscribe now. We would love to have you join our community. So over the last couple of years, or maybe a year and a half or so, HubSpot has been pushing something known as pillar pages. And HubSpot's an inbound marketing software used to really get everything that you need to do to achieve high-level inbound marketing under one roof. Now, they've been pushing pillar pages for one main reason. Google is focused on topic authority. This is nothing new. This is something that we've known about for quite some time, and they've been really gearing towards this in order to better understand user intent and to deliver the content that a user is expecting that's actually going to answer their questions. Now, what's the difference between topics and keywords? So topics you can think of as kind of the meta category, the top category, the big thought, right? So we could have a topic like SEO, right? So let's say we have this topic. Now, this is our big idea. This is something that we want to be known for, something that we want to do. Underneath this, we're going to have things like local SEO. We're going to have things like search marketing. We're going to have things like Google. These are all keywords and terms that are now related to this meta topic, this main topic. In Google, when they're looking for authority figures on ideas, they want to know that you're a topic expert. Yes, you want to be a niche expert as well, and maybe this is going to be your focus over here, and then there's going to be subcategories under there. But what they're looking for is do you know what you're talking about? And one of the ways they do that is they look at the content, and they look at to see whether or not that your keywords and the content that you're writing about matches the topic authority of what you're talking about. So where does a pillar page fit into all of this? Since Hummingbird was released and Google began to focus more on topics and more on relational search or search that's more contextual, we've been focusing our SEO strategies on our services pages, on our what we would call core page, which is the exact same thing as a pillar page. These are pages that prove your topic authority and help the user better understand. A pillar page is not really a high-level piece of content. It's more in that consideration, more in that middle of the buyer's journey page. It's going to add a lot more context. It's also going to help that user take the next step into building that relationship with you. So what you want to do is have these pages on your site that display topic authority, and then you want to build relationships between those pages and other related pieces of content. So again, let's take a look at how this strategy works. So you've got a website, and you've got a number of pages, right? So you've got maybe your home page about services, contact. Now, underneath your services pages, you're going to have probably what you're known for. So I'm just going to use what we do as an example because it's going to be easier for me, and I hope this will make sense to you. So we've got SEO, we've got inbound, and we'll also say like analytics. Now, we can treat either our service pages and create them as core pages, or we can build a separate pillar page. And what a pillar page would be something like you've probably seen, like the Ultimate Guide to SEO. And what this guide is going to be is a really in-depth piece of content that covers everything about SEO, from on-page, off-page, maybe some about links, maybe we'll talk about the technical side, maybe we'll talk about schema, maybe we'll talk about local, Google, ranking factors. And we're really going to just create this really comprehensive piece of content that's going to be this guide that really lets our users know everything that they need to know about SEO. And in that, we're going to have these different sections that really show our authority. And each one of these sections is going to have very targeted terms in them, like on-page SEO, link building, Google algorithm, Google Analytics, local SEO, ranking factors, all these other terms that are related to SEO, which really we want this page to rank for, is terms related to what is SEO, how does SEO work, a guide to SEO. Those are the things that we want searchers to find us for. So we start creating all this content. But it doesn't just stop there. We don't just create this one page. Now we've got to take this page and build relationships between our site, because we're going to be doing this with each one of our core pages here. And then Google now wants to see a relationship. Just because you have this big giant piece of content and some links in it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to rank. I think that's a lot of disconnection sometimes. We assume that, hey, as long as I build a lot of content, people are going to naturally rank to it, put links to it, and they're going to like it. If you don't put the work behind your content, you don't build the right internally linking structure, as well as building backlinks, you're not going to get the visibility you want, which is why a lot of people get frustrated with the pillar page campaigns or any other link building and content marketing campaigns, is because they haven't taken the extra effort to make sure, one, they've added the context within their website, and two, they've gotten outside sites to link to them as well. So let's talk a little bit about how that all flows together. So you've created this pillar page. And you've created this really in-depth piece of content that you want to ultimately drive your users to. A pillar page's goal isn't to move people to a blog, it's to move people deeper into that page and hopefully take some action. So this can be your pillar page. Now, what you want to do is start driving traffic or start to show relationships to it. So again, let's say this one's about SEO again. Now, I might have a blog article that is, SEO how-to. I want to add an internal link from this SEO how-to into the pillar page. Maybe I've got one on local SEO. Again, I want to add an internal link to that. I also maybe have one on backlinks. I want to add an internal link back to that. What this is doing is starting to create a web. Go figure, right? Where Google's able to crawl our sites and begin to see the relationship, not just the content on this page, but that we also have other authoritative pieces of content on our website. And now what we also need to do is take these pages and, if appropriate, interlink them where it makes sense. Again, we're showing that relationship. And we also want to find high quality third-party sites that we can build relationships with that can also build backlinks to these pages. That's HQ for high quality, that are going to, one, raise the visibility of these blog pages, the authority of these blog pages, which then is going to pass that authority to the pillar page as well. And alone, this pillar page should be attracting tons of links as well. If it is a really good piece of content and it's being marketed well and distributed well, it's going to as well increase in value, which in return has the potential to increase the value of all of your other content. So this really starts to work in a very cyclical way, and it needs to all be integrated to each other. You can't just put one page up, spend a lot of time creating this content and hope that people are going to find it and link to it. You may have people on social, great, push it out to social, use it in your newsletter, but make sure you're doing the other things. Make sure that the technical side of it's done right, that the content is well written, that it's easy to read, that it's digestible, that it's contextual, and then make sure that you have the links in place. This is a critical piece of the strategy to make it work, and a lot of people don't do it because it's hard. And it does take time, and it takes a lot of organization and understanding what are these types of sites that you should be linking to. Not all links are created equal, and you can spend a lot of time and a lot of money buying or going after bad links that are actually going to do the opposite of what you want this strategy to do for you. So make sure that you take the time to not just identify what you want to create that core pillar page about, but what are the other assets you have that you can interlink and begin to build this web? And then what resources can you build outside of that? Maybe you do some guest posting, get some resource pages. Maybe you find some high quality niche communities in LinkedIn or some other places where you can begin to build in some of these links and these other assets and traffic that are going to build the credibility of your pages, which is going to allow those pages to rank better. Rank is not everything, but it still matters. And there's more opportunities now than ever with the way that Google is working using rich snippets and a lot of other things inside of the SERPs. We have a lot of SERP features now that we have access to, and creating content that's very high quality, but also answers the questions that people are looking for answers to. You have a possibility to get in front of them and really drive them towards connecting with your business and building that relationship. Again, the goal of the pillar page isn't just traffic, it's to educate somebody and push them further down the buyer's journey so that they can make an informed decision about whether or not to do business with your business. So, if you got any questions, I would love to continue the conversation. Comment below or shoot us an email. We would love to continue this conversation. Until next time, happy marketing.